I really like Alex's lyrics, especially on this one. From what me hearing it, people can tend to focus too much on the negatives in life, and there's some people that really make that like their whole personality and kind of collect this, like as the song describes, this sort of scrapbook of negative stuff. And there's a lot to collect in the world we live in, but it's good to acknowledge it. But then ultimately you have to be like, all right, like I have to separate myself from this because I'll just be, I'll be miserable if I don't. So that was, a lyrically strong thing from this one. That's kind of the main thing that kind of jumped out at me on this one, the lyrics.
Everywhere you look, people are talking about how miserable everything is. How the place you live is so much worse than it used to be, and the people around you are so much worse than they used to be. And it just seems kind of self-defeating, because if you're going around looking to be angry at things and be miserable about things, you're probably just gonna have a bad life, and you're not gonna be happy. And I'd rather be happy, so I try to disengage with that kind of stuff.
Streets by Firelight is one of the songs that I think best encapsulates the feeling of this album, maybe the feeling of this band, because I think it's got, the interplay of the very picked, one guitar is doing this kind of picky thing in the chorus and the other is doing the octaves, and I think that they really play into each other well. After guitars were tracked, hearing what those sounded like, for some reason I never really heard Devin's guitar part anytime we played it together. The first time I heard both of those guitars together, especially in the latter half of the song, it was just blew my mind. It was like, whoa, we've been playing this song for so long and I've only just heard what it's supposed to be.
When I initially wrote it, I intended that I would sing the harmony that Devin sings in the final song. But when he was learning it, he just gravitated toward that one for whatever reason, and I had to end up singing the high harmony as the lead vocal melody.
Having to track the harmony as the lead vocal and the harmony vocal as the lead melody that he had written really makes this an interesting little tune. And I think the dual guitar bridge is something really special. And I think it's something we really enjoy playing live. We can always kind of look at each other when we're playing it live. And it's just this one of those moments during the set where you sync up and you don't have to look at the microphone or be focused on the voice, and just kind of turn around and have fun watching each other play.
This is one of the few songs, there's a part where I play the same thing every time, which is the fills in the intro, which I love to play. I'm very proud. I think they're very simple. I don't know, I think they're very effective. That intro is so rockin', and I love playing it every time. And I know it's rockin' because I remember not being able to resist speeding up, which is usually a sign that it's a pretty darn good part of the song. It was to the point where when we recorded it, I'm like, oh my god, it's actually this slow. I just freak out every time this song is about to start because it's so hardcore and bangerific.
By the time we got to recording it, it just felt like part of my DNA. It's just so in there. And it's such a good, fun song to play.
There's a lot, the song goes to a lot of different places. It's not a straightforward song, but I think again it's so compelling, so singable, so fun that in the end it wasn't as challenging as I thought it would be to learn.